Alright, good morning guys. Nick with NK Landscaping. I'm going back to the brush cutting job. The client liked it, so we're gonna do it again. But I just wanted to show something real quick. This Bobcat, let me tell you. So, what does that fuel gauge say? I'm pretty sure that says it's full. Now, it wasn't full yesterday, and I just asked Kurt or Fitz if they filled the machine up, and they didn't. And neither did I, so... that's not full. That's almost empty. What the heck? So I'm gonna fill it up, but is my fuel gauge broken now? The Bobcat. This thing is just electrical issue after electrical issue. It works all the time. It always works. It always starts, and it does its job. And it's pretty okay at that. But the amount of electrical issues I've had, when we first got it, limp mode and the screen not working and all this, it's ridiculous. Bobcat, fix your stuff. I'll see you when I get the machine loaded up here. All right, we are all hooked up and ready to go. I just gotta stop on my way down to the yard, pick up a reel blower, and probably grab the grinder as well, just in case I run into anything that needs to be cut or ground off of this thing. So, checking with you on the site. Okay, it's not even 9 yet, 8:54. We usually start the day, everybody shows up at 8. I had to defrost the machine, the truck, hook up the trailer, brush cutter, grease the machine, fuel the machine, all solo. A little out of breath. Got everything I need, and now I'm off to the job. Whew. A little rough this morning. All right, I'll see you when we get there. Get this thing unloaded and get to work. Bouncy, bouncy. Whew. Fluid film all over my windshield. All right, let's do it. Okay. You might remember this. You're sitting, you're probably just a couple videos past this. So, let's get unloaded. We'll get working. He wants a little more in the back along some of the rock walls. So let me get this thing unhooked here, and we'll start munching. So let's make our way to the back of the property. I don't know if this is going to be a new video or a continuation of the last video, but if it is a continuation of the last video, I had talked about the spot in the back, kind of by the neighbors, where I didn't want to go too far and shoot stuff into their yard. I guess there is a rock wall back there, or at least the client thinks there is, so he wants to try to get back to back to that rock wall there. So we're gonna go attempt that, and then I figure while I'm here I might as well just clean up this right side edge a little more. I'm basically giving them a half day, so I'll be here till about 1 or so. So let me get back there, and we'll see what we can get started on. I'll try to get some shots for you. Alright, looks like we had a little tree fall down in the pathway, so I'll see if we can take care of that. Looks like it's kind of rotten, so if I can't munch it up, I'll try to push it out of the way. But let's see what happens here. Oh, that's pretty solid. It's probably just going to be push it out of the way. It's the one thing when you don't have the bucket with you, so like today I did not even bring it with me. Stuff like this, pushing this out of the way isn't the easiest thing with the brush cutter, but it's doable. Push this piece. Grind it as we push it. pulled up, so it just wants to ride up on the log here. There we go. Come on, out of the way. A little more. Come on. That's good enough for now. I can push it later. Let's make our way back here now. That rock wall in front of me that I'm not sure if you can see. To the left is the front of the property, and to the right is kind of where I stopped. So I'm going to assume that he meant this rock wall and then it ties into another one in the back. So we're just gonna make our way kind of back through here. And there's the neighbor's property in front of me. Hopefully I can kind of make my way back there. So let me open up a path, and then I'll try to probably set you guys up outside. Set it up in front of me here, but I gotta trek through all this stuff. And if I set it up behind me, you guys really can't see anything good. So what I'll do here, let me see, open up a little area. If I open up around this tree to my right, I think I can clamp you guys on there, and hopefully that's a good spot. Around this bush tree thing to my left, and then I think I can clamp you on one of those branches. on my track rollers. I'll have to check that out when I hop out for the camera. Oh, just a little stone in there. Alright, I think I got enough cleared so I can get you guys out there. Let me see what I can do. I can actually move around to the other side, then I'll clamp you on and let you roll. Oh, that's a terrible noise. It's probably just a little pebble. Oh. I got you hanging from a branch, so hopefully that doesn't look too weird. how'd you like that? You saw that there was a big bush here and it's gone now. I just spoke with the owner. He just walked back here. He's super happy. He wants me to try to clean out, you know, this. So we're gonna leave this like 20-foot gap to the neighbor's property. Maybe that's 30 feet. Just as a little bit of privacy. We're gonna shoot down this way. The rock wall should start somewhere in there. And we'll just open this up and then we're gonna focus on just this big area. So, wow, that's awesome. I'm glad that he's happy with this. So, I'm gonna hop in here, keep on mulching. There's that basketball hoop. You probably can't see it because the sun. But we're gonna keep moving here. Making good progress. All right, I've done quite a number on this area. So if you remember, that's where I set you up first, facing this way. This whole area was thick brush, not anymore. So, over to my left here is the property line. Like I said, it's maybe 20 feet from where I've cut. It gets a little weird over here. I'm not really sure. The neighbor has like a path that comes right back, and that's where they dumped or somebody, I don't know if it was this people or some previous owners, dumped that basketball hoop, which is right there. There's like a path right there, and then they have a trailer in the corner. So I'm gonna go back around to the other side because there's a rock wall, and I know that that line from the rock wall is straight back to here. So if I can locate the rock wall, I can figure out where I actually need to cut my line, because I don't want to encroach on the neighbor's property. I don't know if they're encroaching on this client's property, who knows. But I'll come back through here and do like a finishing pass once everything's cut, because that's really the focus for today, is just this area. So we'll check everything out. I just cleaned the mower off. Just, I prefer to keep it clean. Less stuff on the machine, less chance of bad things happening. So we'll come around, I'll locate that rock wall, and I'll kind of come in from that side, I think. Figure out my line. Oh, it's going good. Going really good. This thing never ceases to amaze me for for what these, you know, there's so many different versions of these brush cutters, ranging from super light duty to, I think this is one of the more heavy duty rotary style cutters. I'm very pleased with this, especially for the cost. I think this thing was like $6,000, or at least when we bought it, it was. And it's done a lot of work for $6,000, let me tell you. So here's our rock wall on the left. This is that beautiful rock wall I was telling you about in the last video, or it probably is the last video now. I think I got enough footage here where I can make another one. But this is a cemetery right behind us. This is a beautiful rock wall. They did a really good job. It's super flat, super straight. They got some good rocks. But I'm gonna kind of follow this thing here, and then I'll make my way in right here, and I'll try to connect back into what we already cut. Here we go. Well guys, I hit my half-day mark. I got a lot done. So the owner actually stopped by one more time, and as usual, he's just amazed. So on my way out, I'll kind of show you a little better. This was that, you know, that section that we started. I had you guys clamped right to this vine right here, facing this way, and that's what we got. So the whole left side up to the rock wall is there, and then it kind of turns this way. We left that 20 to 30 to 40 foot barrier between the neighbor's property. We got the neighbor's basketball hoop. I hit a bunch of parts from a trampoline in there. I guess that's just where they like to dump their trash, including all their leaves and grass and everything. I mulched through that pile, and there were some metal garden posts in there that I hit as well. So I'll show you my way out. The Terminator XP performed flawlessly as usual. I just cleaned off my tracks, cleaned off the brush cutter. I'll do that one more time when I get to the edge of the woods, blow this thing off, get it loaded up, and go home. So let me hop in here. I'll show you the way out, and then we'll get out of here. All right. So that was fun. That was a good day of brush clearing. This stuff usually picks up in the fall, or it's winter now, but a lot of people, you know, for some reason like to do it this time of year. I prefer doing it this time of year because a lot of the greenery has died back, so you have a better view of everything, and then it's less of a shock when everything's brown and then you cut it down and it's brown anyway. So went through all here. This to my right was what I had already done. Bouncy, bouncy. This is a big tree that's down, so I couldn't get close to it, but I did what I could through here. All that whole section right up to the cemetery. And that's about it, so it's a good amount of work. But yeah, back to what I was talking about. When you brush cut during the green season, all the stuff that you cut ends up turning brown. You know, when you cut it, it kind of gets mulched up, gets dirty, it's brown, and then within a week or two, all that vegetation has died now and turned brown anyway. So if you cut during the green season and all that turns brown, it kind of looks a little ugly. So when you do it this time of year, you really haven't changed a whole lot from how, you know, the fall look of the woods is. I don't know if I'm explaining that super great, but hopefully you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, the owner said he's going to bring his broker out here. They're going to start viewing this property now that everything's cleaned, because you can really see, you know, where the property boundaries are, and you can show off the 4 acres, which is great. It's a lot better than when we first started here. So that's about it. I'm gonna get this over to the truck. We'll get everything loaded up. We'll get out of here. So as usual, I want to thank you guys for watching, for liking, for commenting. So I'm gonna go ahead and ask, if you want to like it, like it. If you want to comment, comment. If you want to subscribe, subscribe. And if you don't want to do any of that, that's fine too. So I will see you on the next one, if you want to watch the next one. Thank you guys for watching. I'm just straight rambling now. Let me get this thing on the trailer and go home. It's Friday. Woohoo! That's all, guys. We're loaded up. Going home on a Friday. Thank you for watching as usual. If you feel like it, drop a like, drop a comment, subscription. You don't have to either. Oh, that's all. I am going home. I'm slipping too. All right, see you on the next one.